Hey, what's up? It's your old pal, Mr. Cook, and we are working on the Algebra 2 final exam review packet, multiple choice questions. So we just went through numbers 23 through 26. Yeah, now we're doing 27 through 31. So all of these ones are found in Unit 4, so if you feel like you need a little bit of extra practice with these, just check out the videos that we've already made on Unit 4 or practice some of the extra worksheets that we have and all that stuff. Okay, so a good chunk of this can be done on your calculator, so I'm not going to pretend that it can't, and I'm just going to show you that how easy it is to work on these. Like anytime it says simplify, solve, like a good chunk of it can be done, just using your calculator. Let me show you how. So like this one, this is a cube root of negative 64 over 27. You can literally just type that into your calculator. And this one, let's see here. See this little button right over here? It has like a square root and then a little blank there. I can just type that in and then put a 3 in the corner. That means cube root. And then just type in the expression that I have. So negative 64 over 27. Hit enter and I get my answer, negative 4/3. So A is my answer. On one of these fancy graphing calculators, it's that same exact function is found in math. So you can do the cube root specifically, and then it's negative 64 over 27. And then you just need to convert it to a fraction. So you hit math and then turn it to a fraction. And negative 4/3 would be your answer there. For this one, you can just type that directly in when it says simplify the radical. So it's 64 raised to the power of, so root to the power of 4/3. Then just hit enter and you get your answer 256. So D would be your answer. On this calculator, if I did the same thing, 64 raised to the power of 4 over 3, 256. See, I get the same answer there. Again, when it says solved, you can just plug in numbers, and see which ones work out. Here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So if I plug in 9/4 into x, here and here, I should get the same square roots. So let's see what I get. So if I plug in 9/4 for x, I get 3 times parentheses 9/4, 9 over 4, and then minus 1. So you get 5.75. All right, so square root of 5.75. Let's see if that's equal to the same square root over here. So I do 9 over 4 plus 8, and I get 10.25. Are these the same square roots? Nope. So this answer does not work. Let's try 3. So plugging in 3 there, 3 times 3 minus 1, 8. So I get square root of 8. And I got to see if that's equal to this one. So I do 3 plus 8. Well, I already know 3 plus 8 is just 11. So is square root of 8 equal to square root of 11? Nope. So that's not the answer either. Let's try the next one, 9/2. So I have 3 times 9/2. And then minus 1, 12.5. So 12.5, square root of 12.5. Is that the same as this one? Let's see here. So 9 over 2 plus 8, 12.5. Yep, there it is. Since these two answers are the same, this is the correct answer. Because if I plug in x, whatever I get here is going to be equal to whatever I plug in here. So C would be the answer. Number 30, it says solve. Okay, do the same thing. Plug in negative 20. Negative 20 minus 5, and then plus 5, and see if that's equal to 0. Well, negative 20 and negative 5 gives me negative 25, and I can't find a real solution if I take the square root of a negative, so that's not going to work. If I plug in 0, 0 minus 5 plus 5, and see if it equals 0. 0 minus 5 is negative 5, so I get square root of negative 5. Again, that's a complex number, so I can't get a real number from that, so that's not going to work. Let's try 30. So square root of 30 minus 5 plus 5, and see if it equals 0. 30 minus 5, well, that's a number I can use. Square root of 25 plus 5 equals 0. Square root of 25 is 5, and 5 plus 5 does not give me 0. So this is not the answer either. So my only answer that's left is no real solutions. And the reason that works out is because there's no x I can plug in here that gives me a negative number over here that's real. So that's why it's no real solutions. Okay, 31, simplify. Man, I love these problems. You know why? All I need to do is just plug this in and get some decimal answer. And if it's the same as one of these, it should be the exact same decimal answer. So let's use that knowledge and find out what the decimal answer is. So square root of 12 plus the square root of 50 minus 4 times the square root of 75 plus the square root of 8. Okay, oops, it doesn't give me a square root answer. It gives me a simplified radical. Whoa, does it give me the answer? Yeah, it totally does. Cool. So this calculator is awesome. It just gives you a flat out answer when you type it in, reduced radical and everything. Okay, so what I was just saying about needing the decimal answer, if you have one of these calculators, like this one or one of these multi-view calculators, the TI-36X's, they just reduce the radical for you automatically. Let's see what that looks like with the graphing calculator real quick. So doing the same thing, square root of 12 plus square root of 50 minus 4 square root of 75 plus the square root of 8. This will give me my decimal answer that I was talking about. All right, now check it out. Since I already know what the right answer is, I'm going to type that in as well. So 7 square root of 2 minus 18 square root of 3. And look at that, it's the same one. Now, that's how I know if this is the right answer, because if I look at one of the other ones, like even the one right above it, where it's 7 square root of 2 minus 10 square root of 3, it's not the same number, see, like as the first one that I got. So that's why I know that that's not an answer. So D would be the answer for this one. Okay, so that's numbers 27 through 31, and we're about a little bit more than 3/4 of the way through the test, and the rest of it actually is pretty easy because it's stuff that we just went over a little while ago, after 32 and 33. So all right, that's the end of this page, so that's the end of this video, and we'll go on to the next video.